Wanted to update you guys on the garden this morning. It's the last day of summer, and we've definitely had a better luck towards the end of the summer than we did the first with all the flooding we had going on. But just kind of wanted to take you around, show you a few things that we've got growing, and our fall stuff that's starting to come up. Here in the front I've got zucchini, a couple of mounds of zucchini there in the back, and then up here in the very front I've got yellow squash. Yellow squash has been tough for me this year. I don't know if it's just where I put it or what. I don't know. It's been tough, but I've tried everything. I've tried some different fertilizer formulas and all, and I just haven't had any luck getting it to look good. I mean, it's producing, but it just hasn't looked real well. The zucchini, on the other hand, sitting just right next to it, has done really well. And then here's the other mound of zucchini here. Y'all please bear with my train coming through town, and invariably I grab the camera and the train comes through. But here's the cucumbers. I've got about, I guess, 12, 13 feet of them trellised, and they've done real well, produced really well for us. There's an Israel melon there that has hijacked my cucumber trellis. All my melons have done wonderful. Didn't plant any watermelons. Planted plenty of cantaloupes, and we've eaten several off of this and have a whole lot more that is starting to ripen for us. One of my favorite melons by a long shot is Israel melon. They do real well here for me, and the taste is just unbelievable. Kind of a white fleshed melon, but they're really good. I also enjoy planting just some regular cantaloupe, or what I would call a regular cantaloupe, something you'd more commonly find in a store around here. Got some pretty big ones in here, been checking them daily, watching for that stem to kind of start pulling away, and getting ready to pick them. Love that time of year when you can come out to the garden and it's just surprises every day. It's awesome. Looks like we might have missed a cucumber last night when we picked. A variety of cucumbers that I plant every year is called homemade pickles. We do a lot of pickling, and they're also a good slicer as well. Tomatoes so far this summer has done really well for me. Early spring, I put out 80 tomato plants. I had a lot of plans for some market, selling some, and also doing a lot of canning as well. Floods came and wiped all those out. I've got one row. It's kind of scaled back compared to what it is normally for me, but they're doing really well, setting a lot of fruit. Several of these plants are just loaded down. I'm looking forward to getting some tomatoes. Now, I had tomatoes in the greenhouse that we ate on pretty much all summer. Got those cut back now, and have some new ones coming up for the fall and winter tomatoes. There's a Roma tomato there that is loaded down pretty good. My Rudker is setting fruit as well. When I pick my melons, I always come out and I walk the garden in the morning and I check and see if any of them are starting to kind of pull away from the stem just a little bit. That's been my best gauge to when to pick one. And I found one here this morning. The stem's just starting to pull away. See that right there? That melon's ready. Oh man, that smells good. The variety of Israel melon that I plant and grow, there's a little bit of a story behind it. Back years ago, many of you know I ran the grocery store here in town for a good while, and used to have no farmer come in and sell these things to me. And they were hard sell at first because people really didn't know what they were, but once they tasted them, well, I sold my share of them. But talked to them about the variety and everything, and they were a non-hybrid. So I started collecting seeds, and been saving my seeds for years now, and they just done really well for me. Get your nose away from that. As you can tell, we're kind of wet right now. We had a pretty good rain come through this last weekend, but I've got a row of turnips here starting to come up for me. As I've mentioned in previous videos, the old greenhouse that's on the other side of the property, I'm converting it into a chicken coop, and I've moved the rain barrels that were over there over to this side next to the hoop house. And basically I've got one on the inside of the greenhouse and one on the outside, and I've got those 2 barrels connected, and then I've got the plumbing running off this little lean-to here, and going to try to catch as much water off of this shop as I can. I'm still working on getting some catchment coming off the roof of the shop. And then there's the barrel there on the inside of the greenhouse. Inside the greenhouse I've got a few things going on. I've got new tomatoes planted right here, and they're starting to set some fruit on them. Got a variety of herbs and lettuces coming up, as well as some radishes and carrots. Got some more lettuces and herbs and some aloe vera that I've been propagating into pots. Got some carrots and radishes just starting to come up in that big pot there, and then some strawberries over here that you can kind of see they hadn't liked the warmth in this greenhouse this summer. Okra's all still producing really well for us. New chicken flock we got at the first of the year is starting to lay for us. We're getting about 2 dozen or so eggs a day, and selling a few of those, helping with feed costs and all. Well, that was a quick update of a couple of things we've got growing. It's been an off year for us. And normally this time of year, man, we've just got a lot of stuff growing, a lot of stuff canned to put up. But like I've mentioned in the past, that's why we prepare. Sometimes we're just going to have those off years, and luckily we have can in abundance in the years past and is able to kind of get us through this year. Really planning on going strong in the greenhouse this winter. I'll be putting the stove back in there pretty soon. Fall coming on tomorrow. It's still in the 90s here. Obviously in Texas our fall doesn't really officially start till about middle of October. But really looking forward to that cooler weather and getting some stuff growing in there, and also the winter crops out here in the garden. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Y'all have a good day.